In the ephemeral realm of matter and existence, we all are forever caught in the delusion of perceiving this reality as the ultimate truth of our being. Yet no matter how real things seem to you in the material dimension, they, in fact, are nothing but an illusion separating you from the infinite consciousness. This consciousness is the end all and be all of our existence and holds the secrets that could be incredibly beneficial on this life path. We are all connected to this consciousness and can, therefore, channel the necessary information from its sacred reservoirs. Being psychic and channeling are divine attributes of the soul, so this privilege can be afforded by anyone willing to do the inner work. In today's video, we are about to unlock the well-kept secrets to channeling, which could help you expand beyond your current limited level of awareness. Some techniques and methods will resonate more with you than others, so keep an open mind and give them a try at least once. Channeling is not something you learn, but rediscover within your own being. The faculty of channeling is as innate and intrinsic to you as your ability to breathe. It is at the very crux of your existence. But of course, just like many other aspects of you, the enchanting art of channeling is long forgotten, owing to societal conditioning and sensory overwhelm. The sensory environment around us fools us into thinking that it is all we are. A material human body interacting with other people or objects on a 3D plane through the five senses. But that's not true at all. Your infinite spirit is who you really are. Your limited sensing faculties keep you from ever knowing your soul, your higher self, by confining you to the parameters of human emotions. Your body is nothing but a mere conduit of universal energy. This divine intelligence is the same that flows through the Earth, other celestial bodies, and the faraway galaxies. It's flowing through you as well. So you are always channeling energy unknowingly. We are all channelers by virtue of our birthright. No one is too different or special to be exempt from this rule. But because our awareness is not on the process, we don't realize it's even happening. In that regard, tuning into our intuition can be the first and most meaningful step toward leveraging our channeling power. Think of intuition as the voice of your soul that gently guides you through life's trajectory. It's like your trusted friend whom you can always fall back on and confide in times of need. The source energy, which we also call God, knows what's best for you, given your set of unique circumstances and capabilities. You might perceive yourself caught in a predicament with no obvious way out. But your intuition will always lead you to the safest passage, since it receives its information directly from the source. But tuning to one's intuition requires a certain degree of surrender. As they say, let go and let God. No matter how much you know or how capable you assume yourself to be, your knowledge is nothing relative to the incredible comprehension of divine energy. So it's a given that you must willingly surrender to the wisdom your intuition provides you with, because it knows better than you. Intuition also teaches an individual the art of becoming one with his outward goals and dreams. The goalpost only looks impossible to surmount until you view it as something separate from you. The entire universe and everything within it is one, bound together by a potent force that is invisible yet exerting its power every moment. Eugen Herrigel, a German philosopher, journeyed to Japan to learn the art of archery from the Zen masters. There, he discovered the secret that it was not about hitting the target through his arrow, but rather becoming one with the target. He learned that his master could hit the target without even looking at it, because he had perfected the art of immersing himself in the act and detaching from the outcome. The right shot at the right moment does not come because you do not let go of yourself. You do not wait for fulfillment, but brace yourself for failure. Eugen Herrigel, Zen in the art of archery. So anything you desire for yourself in this lifetime can be more easily achieved by following the guidance of your intuition. That path is your best shortcut to getting where you want to be. albeit you will use far less mental energy and physical effort. To heighten your intuition and tap into its miraculousness, you have to wake up to life. Don't let life pass you by while staying stuck in a program. Instead, choose to live each moment with conscious awareness. Be present and firmly grounded in the now, and you will start waking up from the delusion of the sensory world. Another powerful way of developing your intuitive faculties is spending time in nature. Go out and sit amongst the trees, the birds, and the natural landscapes. You will immediately sense a shift in your energy, and your mind will ease out of the everyday commotion. Nature is unbelievably therapeutic because of its high vibration. If you give it a chance, it will help you calibrate your intuition and realize your higher consciousness. And the best part is that this modality is free of cost, so anyone can indulge to their heart's content. Have you ever witnessed how a potter molds the clay into objects? The clay, in that case, is a symphony of potentials, just a formless material that needs the touch of a creator. The moment the potter lays his hands on that clay, it suddenly starts taking shape and eventually forms itself into a beautiful vessel. Similarly, you are the artisan shaping your life circumstances. The universal energy is raw, formless, and brimming with potentials that can be used in a myriad of ways. With intention and skill, you can manipulate this energy to create the life of your dreams. This is another important application of channeling, where your subconscious mind creates your world with every thought, feeling, and belief. But is it you who creates the circumstances by molding energy, or is the vital God force acting through you to get things done? It's all the same. The universal energy that makes the earth revolve around the sun is the same intelligence that keeps your heart beating. You don't have to consciously think about the involuntary actions and processes in your body, yet they keep going on to keep you alive. Even your biggest aspirations and ideas that you may think are yours are in fact the source manifesting through you. In the beginning, the universe only offers you an impulse, a thought, an idea. It is neither good nor bad, but neutral in its vibration. But the moment you start leaning into that thought with your attention, it begins to translate into the physical realm. So you have to be careful in what thoughts you entertain by giving them your energy, because they will eventually become your life situations. To be able to channel your higher self, you need to have a purpose, the ideal. The clearer you are about your purpose, the more guided help and divine interventions you will find. Think thoughts of happiness, joy, and love, and you will become a channel through which these potentials will manifest. Think how God thinks in abundance, peace, and love, and you will yield the fruitful harvest of your mind. There is no concept of lack, victimhood, or deprivation in the God consciousness, so stay away from those disempowering notions. Know that God wants to channel energy to realize His highest potential through you and act accordingly. If you have material desires to manifest, like lots of money, healing of your body, or some other objective goal, know that they too will be fulfilled as you pursue the ideals of God's consciousness. Why do you want more wealth? To feel secure and abundant. That right there is a higher ideal. And why do you want to have perfect health? To enjoy the happiness and peace that comes from well-being. That too is an aspiration of your higher self. So whether you stick to your minuscule material desires or think like God and entertain the greatest ideals for yourself and others, you will manifest them all. But by opting for the latter route, you will get much more than your limited mind could ever conceive. The Christ consciousness is about dwelling in love and perceiving the unity in all creation. The other person you are envying or hating might seem like a totally separate entity in this world of form, but in the world of spirit, you both are one. Different extensions of the same consciousness. Whatever you do to others is essentially what you are doing to yourself. Hence, leading with love is always the optimum choice. Leading with love means vibrating at the frequency of compassion and empathy for all. It means transcending your selfishness and greed and becoming a pure vessel through which God's light can flow and shine, illuminating the path for everyone on this inner voyage. Forgive yourself and everyone you know, no matter what mistakes they have made. Only through forgiveness can one find the path back to Christ and his ultimate true self. The term Christ means the true self of all of God's children. Yearning to remember who we really are is the motivation behind everything else we seek and experience. Michael Murdad. Another dynamic, time-tested resource for channeling your higher self is meditation. Meditation is the mystical practice of calming down the conscious mind to access the reserves of the subconscious, which holds secrets to one's true self. Whether you want to pursue meaningful ideals or have a desire to know your spirit, you can accomplish that by establishing a meditation practice. The ultimate aim of any meditation is to break through the layers of conditioning and mindless thought patterns so that communion with divine intelligence can take place. However, meditation requires serious dedication and unwavering commitment to show its effects. It is a practice that compounds over time and benefits from repetition. As a person keeps up with his daily meditation routine, the better channel he becomes of the potentials lying dormant in his energetic field. These potentials could include but are not limited to bliss, joy, wealth and abundance, love and an overall enlightened existence. To meditate, sit with your eyes closed and gently relax your body. Take a deep inhale, inviting in relaxation from the divine, and exhale, letting out all the stress and chaos. Center yourself in the present moment by attentively focusing on your breath. Let each inhale and exhale serve as a magnet that tightly holds your attention in place. Thoughts will arise and it's normal. Don't be frustrated when you get tricked into thinking. Lovingly bring your attention back to the breath. Keep breathing consciously until you start experiencing a sense of detachment from the outside world. At this point, your internal world will start taking shape and will lure you into its magic. Let yourself immerse in the deep void within you and become an observer. Whatever comes, let it come. It might be a thought, a memory, or an impulse. Latch strongly onto your identity of being an observer. If you're trying to find an answer or a solution, set an intention for what you seek and then stay in the stillness. The right answer or insight likely will come to you during the meditation, but if it doesn't, know that you will get it through some other way as you have now ignited God consciousness within you. If you are meditating on a higher ideal like love, abundance, or serenity, see yourself enveloped in that vibration throughout your meditation. Breathe with satisfaction as if you have realized your ideal and rest in that immersive state as long as you can. Apart from utilizing your breath, you can also use a chant or a mantra to converge your focus on a single point. Psychography or automatic writing is another way of channeling the higher self's wisdom. In this case, the guidance is delivered as words on a piece of paper. This technique is derived from surrealist automatism, a 20th century method of art making whereby an artist lets go of the control of his conscious faculties and lets the subconscious express itself through the medium. To leverage automatic writing for yourself, meditate on the purpose behind your channeling for a while. Is it something you want to know? Are you looking for guidance for your problem? Or do you just want a channel to explore the world of your subconscious? There can be many purposes, but you must have great clarity, or the process won't yield the desired results. After meditating on the purpose, let yourself loose and write whatever comes to your mind. Let there be no judgment or opinion on what you are writing. Be the open conduit for the sacred revelation that is trying to surface out of the psychic impressions of your subconscious. To be great at channeled writing, get into a meditative state, be curious about the process, and be willing to explore its many facets. Don't be intent on getting all your answers on the very first day. Go with the flow and let your own unique process take shape. Keep writing every day until you become better at letting out your impulses. And finally, you will see yourself getting your messages through channeled writing. At the helm of all your channeling endeavors lies the power of your imagination that creates and colors everything in your reality. Without making optimal use of your imagination, you wouldn't be able to achieve your life goals with ease. The matter-to-matter approach works, but it takes time as it is bound to the rules of the 3D world. Another drawback of doing things matter-to-matter is the blatant disregard of energy, which is 99% of the matter. Picture this. You have been given an extremely powerful technological device to create, but are intent on only using 1% of its total power. Can you imagine how much more time, effort, blood, and tears would it cost to create something meaningful? Isn't the more sane and logical approach here to unlock the latent 99% of the potential of your device and use that to your advantage? The same is true when you are not using your imaginative powers to achieve your goals and dreams. When you infuse your imagination into your creative amalgam, you become a receiver and channeler of the sacred divine essence. Imagination is more important than knowledge. For while knowledge defines all we currently know and understand, imagination points to all we might yet discover and create. Albert Einstein. A great way of doing so is visualizing the goal in your mind with your eyes closed. Be as relaxed and comfortable as you can be before you begin visualizing. Then intentionally draw images of your fulfilled wish and live from that state of consciousness. Amplify the power of visualization by practicing it with your eyes open and thinking as the person who has already achieved what he desired. Pretend until you become it, just like a child spends hours and hours in pretend play. That is because the seemingly naive child innately knows that imagination is the most profound tool in his creative arsenal. Next, you may seek assistance from self-hypnosis to access the subconscious and channel the key information needed for your growth and evolution. The foundation of all hypnosis is a deep state of slower brainwave frequencies where your conscious mind is out of the way, leaving you in charge of programming your subconscious through suggestions. When the brain processes information slowly, it's usually in a trance induced by alpha or theta brainwaves. Once you're in a hypnotic trance, you can either affirm your desire to cement it into the layers of your subconscious or visualize yourself opening the door to divine help that will assist you in reaching your goals. Trust the guidance you receive through your self-hypnosis sessions and be aware of the synchronicities corresponding to the desires you put forth in a state of hypnosis. We have covered the subject of channeling your higher self to transform your own life far and wide, but fortunately, you can also be a healer and a helper for others on their journey. For that, you need to delve deeper into realms beyond the conscious thought, gather insights, and reveal them to those searching for those answers. You can use the same methods like visualization, meditation, or hypnosis to reach your revelations. So, are you willing to give channeling a try, and which technique would you like to test? And if you found this video insightful, stay tuned to this channel for more life-changing content.